Welcome back to Explain the Charts, your go-to channel for in-depth market analysis. Today, we're dissecting Intel Corporation, ticker symbol Intel, a stock that has been a hot topic amidst a challenging semiconductor landscape. As of July 21st, 2025, Intel stock is currently trading around $23.53, showing a modest intraday gain of 1.84% from its previous close of $23.10. However, this recent uptick comes after a period of significant pressure, with the stock declining 0.86% in the past week and nearly 30% over the past year. This long-term bearish sentiment is clearly reflected in the daily chart, which shows a pronounced downtrend from highs around $46 in early 2024. The overall market has been cautious on Intel, with the company facing headwinds in its core business and its foundry division under scrutiny, potentially leading to significant cost write-offs. Analysts, too, largely share this hold-rating consensus, with an average price target of $22.27, which is actually below the current trading price, indicating some skepticism about near-term upside. Despite these challenges, there's optimism stemming from Intel's extensive AI developments, including advancements in Gen AI efficiency, supercomputing, AI PCs, and 5G network solutions, all of which are crucial growth areas for the future. The upcoming second quarter 2025 earnings report, scheduled for Thursday, July 24th, 2025, after market close, will be a major catalyst, with Seeking Alpha analysts anticipating a beat, while Zacks Research holds a bearish outlook for Q3 2026 EPS. Now, let's turn our attention to the charts to see how these fundamental factors translate into price action. Zooming in on the one-day chart from August 2024 through February 2025, we can identify some critical price levels and a significant reversal. After a steep decline from earlier highs, Intel found strong support around the $18 to $19 range in August 2024, which was retested again in January and early February 2025. This repeated bounce off the $18 to $19 level establishes it as a very robust long-term support zone. However, the most eye-catching move in this period was the massive surge in mid-February 2025, where the stock rocketed from the low $19s to over $27 in just a few trading sessions. This sharp rally, marked by extremely high trading volumes, likely correlated with market enthusiasm over Intel's AI strategies and the new CEO's turnaround plans, temporarily overshadowing the negative sentiment. Notice how the volume bars during this spike are significantly larger than previous periods, indicating strong institutional interest and conviction. However, the price quickly met resistance around the $27 to $28 level, leading to a sharp correction afterward, indicating that while there was strong buying interest, it was met with equally strong selling pressure. Returning to the full one-day chart, after the February rally and subsequent correction, Intel consolidated in a lower range, primarily between $20 and $22, throughout late March and April 2025. Another notable event was the strong upward move around April 8, 2025, which saw the stock jump from $18.13 to $21.53 in a single day, reinforcing the strength of the $18 to $19 support. Since then, the price has generally trended sideways to slightly upwards, finding stability in the low $20s, before a recent push into the mid-$23 range. The candles in late June and early July show a gradual recovery from sub-$20 levels, indicating renewed buying interest at those lower price points. The current price of $23.53, as reported in the news for July 21st, suggests a positive opening or continuation from the last daily close of $23.10 on July 18th. This suggests short-term positive momentum, potentially in anticipation of the upcoming earnings report. Now, let's drill down into the more recent hourly price action by looking at the one-hour chart, covering late June to early July 2025. Here, we can observe the daily fluctuations and intraday volatility more clearly. The period from late June shows Intel attempting to establish a base after dipping below $22, eventually consolidating above the $22.50 mark. Around July 8th and 9th, we saw a noticeable surge, pushing the price towards the $23.50 to $23.80 range, consistent with the higher end of the current day's range mentioned in the news. Volume during these hourly pushes indicates concentrated buying activity, suggesting traders are accumulating positions or reacting to recent positive news, possibly related to the AI developments. The $23.50 level has acted as a near-term resistance point in early July, with the stock struggling to sustain gains above it. Failure to break convincingly above this level led to a slight pullback by July 10th. The intraday swings on this chart demonstrate that while the overall daily trend might be consolidating, there's significant short-term trading opportunity and volatility. Moving even closer to the present, let's examine the 15-minute chart, covering July 16th to July 18th, 2025, the latest detailed data we have. This time frame reveals the finer details of intraday support and resistance levels. On July 16th, the stock saw a dip from around $22.90 to $22.40 before recovering, establishing $22.40 to $22.50 as an immediate support level. The candles show a tight trading range, mostly between $22.50 and $22.90 for much of July 16th and 17th, with intermittent spikes in volume. On July 17th, we observed a brief push above $23, but the stock quickly retreated, indicating resistance around this psychological level. The final candles on July 18th show Intel closing at $23.10, slightly above the intraday lows, but still within the established range. The news for July 21st reports a current price of $23.53, which is higher than the last candlestick on this chart, suggesting a positive gap or strong morning trading on Monday, July 21st. This indicates that the $23.10 level may have acted as a springboard for fresh buying activity. To recap the crucial price levels for Intel, the strong long-term support remains in the $18 to $19 range, a level that has held multiple times, making it a critical area to watch for potential reversals or continued bounces. The $22 to $22.50 zone has recently acted as a consolidation and support area, aligning closely with the current average analyst price target of $22.27. Looking upwards, immediate resistance can be found around the $23.50 to $24 range, which is also where Stifel has recently raised its price target, suggesting potential for a retest of this level if positive momentum continues. A more significant resistance stands at the $27 to $28 level, which represents the high of the powerful February 2025 rally and would require substantial positive news to breach. For short-term traders, volatility around the current $23.50 price point will be high leading into earnings. If Intel can hold above $23.10, the immediate outlook could be bullish, aiming for $24. However, a break below $22.50 could quickly see it retesting the $20 to $21 support zone. Long-term, a sustained move above $28 would signal a significant trend reversal, suggesting the CEO's turnaround plans are gaining traction and the AI investments are paying off, making the stock highly bullish. Conversely, if the stock breaks below $18, especially on high volume, it would be a very bearish signal, reinforcing concerns about its foundry business and overall financial health. Key conditions reinforcing a bullish case include a strong Q2 earnings beat, positive guidance on future profitability, and tangible progress in the foundry division. For the bearish scenario, any negative surprises in the earnings report, worsening gross profit margins, or further analyst downgrades could send the stock lower. Things to look for in the coming days are the pre-earnings analyst chatter and, most importantly, the actual Q2 2025 earnings report on July 24th. Pay close attention to commentary on the foundry division, AI progress, and any revised full-year guidance, as these will be critical determinants of INTC's future price action.